Mama, I made it. That's what I said to my mum when I featured on a BBC podcast. So how did I end up being invited to talk on one of the BBC's most listened to podcasts? This is the story of the secret strategy I used to get myself invited. Now, there are 3 key stages I used to get myself invited on this podcast. Each stage as vital as each other. So let's start in numerical order and look at stage 1, planting the seed. In the book, The Unfair Advantage, the authors talk about using every opportunity to your advantage. If you're born rich, great, use it to your advantage. If you live in a certain area or city, great, use it to your advantage. If you have certain connections, great, use it to your advantage. Whatever circumstance you're in, find a way to make the most of it. Because in a roundabout way, we all have some form of an advantage. Well, this piece of information was vital for me to remember at the first stage of this process. You see, as a business owner, you face problem after problem after problem. But it's important to take the positives from these problems and make the most out of them, because every problem is an opportunity to learn and grow. And that's the mindset that I have. And as a business owner, I find having this mindset helps me so much. And it really helped me last year when one of my business's regular clients booked my company to deliver our corporate chair massage service to their employees. I have a small team of chair massage therapists that would normally go and deliver the work. But on this occasion, I had no massage therapists available. So as a business owner, I had to step up and go and deliver the service despite having 1,000,001 things to do. But as always, I put my optimistic hat on and went to work. Now, while I was delivering the chair massage service, I met some amazing employees that worked for this company. One of those employees being the lead editor for a department at the BBC. Let's call him Mike. As I inquired more about Mike's job role, I realized that there might be an opportunity to partner on some content for their website. So I asked Mike if I could email him to discuss this further on another day, and he kindly agreed. Now, if I didn't have to go in and deliver the corporate chair massage, I probably would never have met Mike. And this is why you have to try and take the positives out of every situation that you end up in, because you just never know. Have you heard the story about the Chinese farmer? It goes something like this. The Chinese farmer has a son and they have some horses on their farmland. And then one day, the son comes running, Dad, our horse has escaped. He's no longer here. And the dad said, maybe good, maybe bad. The next day, the horse comes back with another wild horse. And the son goes to the dad, Dad, the horse is back. And we now have 2 horses. The dad says, maybe good, maybe bad. The next day, the son is training the wild horse. He jumps on the additional horse that they've got to try and tame it and train it. And the horse flings him off and he breaks his leg. Dad, I've broken my leg. Maybe good, maybe bad. The next day, the son sat there with his broken leg, feeling sorry for himself. But the country has suddenly gone into war, and the military have come to collect every young man that is able to go and fight in the war. But because the son has a broken leg, he can't go and fight in the war. Maybe good, maybe bad. And this mindset helped me to stay positive when I initially couldn't find cover to go and deliver this chair massage work. Stage 2, watering the seed. So I emailed Mike the following day and proposed a few ideas to partner on some content for the website. But sadly, he said it wouldn't be possible at this moment in time, and that he'll get in touch if anything suitable comes up. Now, I've heard this so many times throughout my business journey. People telling you, oh, I'll get in contact soon.
Oh, I'll book one of your services soon.
Oh, we'll pass your message on to the relevant department. Blah, 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 blah.
But on this occasion, I knew I had to find a way to take advantage of my new connection and find some mutually beneficial way that Mike and I could work together in the future. So I sat on this for a few months and thought, How can I help Mike? A few months went by, I heard nothing. Another month, still nothing. Another month, still nothing. That's when I decided to do something many of us business owners fail to do. See, it seems obvious, but many of us don't want to feel like we're pestering people or bothering them. But in reality, some people just need that little reminder. So I did the unthinkable and double emailed. See, I was the last person to email in Mike and I's email exchange, so it seemed criminal to email him again. But as the saying goes, you miss 100% of the shots that you do not take. So I emailed a follow-up email to see if any opportunities had come up. And with a bit of luck and good timing, Mike emailed to say that there was a potential opportunity that might be coming up over the next few months. And this is why it's so important to follow up with people, just to remind them that you still exist. You may have simply just slipped their mind. Stage 3, growing the flower. Now, the loyal subscribers of this channel know that I run a health and well-being company, and the only reason I got invited to this podcast was to share my expertise. See, my actual degree is sport and exercise rehabilitation and injury prevention. Bit of a mouthful, I know. And Mike wanted an expert to come on his podcast and talk about how their audience could reduce their injuries and discomfort. See, this podcast was about gardening, but more specifically about what gardeners can do to reduce their chances of injury and discomfort while gardening. So thankfully, my existing knowledge qualified me to get this opportunity. Now, there were a few things that came from this podcast. Firstly, Gardener's World asked me to write some content for their magazine, which they paid me to do. I reached out to them for an opportunity, and now they're paying me to do some work for them. What a win. Featuring on this podcast also helped my credibility. I actually had some existing clients that emailed me to say they saw me on the podcast. And of course, it made my friends and family proud that I was getting some recognition for the hard work that I do. But the biggest benefit I got was the backlink from their website to my website. For those who don't know, a backlink is when you get a link from another website that links to your website. This helps so much with Google ranking and SEO. And if my website is ranked higher on Google, I'm more likely to get more inquiries, which leads to more business, which leads to more income. Now, SEO is important for so many businesses with a website. And if you have a business, fortunately for you, I was able to interview one of the world's most respected SEO experts. So to understand more, you need to watch this video right here. But if you enjoyed this video, make sure to hit the like button and support the team. Peace and love.